right, this is another lesson on getting seniors ready to take the ACT. We're about 2.5, 3 weeks out from the ACT at this point in time. And today's focus we want to talk about how to approach the math test. How do we plan to approach it? How do we practice for it? So on and so forth like that. And actually we want to break it down into 3 different components. All right, I want to think of the math test as a first 20 questions, a second 20 questions, and a third 20 questions. Now, it's going to be applied to 3 different groups of students very differently. We'll get to the timing component, but why am I breaking it down like that? Well, it's not always this way, but it tends to be that your pre-algebra and your algebra questions are most of them in the first 20. All right, then your intermediate and your geometry will be your middle 20 into even that last 20, probably 10 or so of those questions. And then finally, your trig questions, you might get 1 in the first 20 or 30 on a test or 2, but for the most part, they're going to be toward the tail end. Okay, I've had students numerous times tell me that the tougher questions are toward the tail end. How many of y'all have had that experience? For the most part, yeah. Now, couple that with the fact that you're doing a math test for a whole hour, and it's basically a minute per question. Okay, it gets a little intense. Now, I want to dispel that rumor. It's not going to be a minute per question. Okay? No matter who's told you that, that's not the approach we're going to take today. We're going to break it down a little bit more than that. So, let's think about this. If you're a math student, or if you're a student who has scored lower on the math component, and let's say you have as a goal to get to a 21. Okay, so you've had something underneath 21, you want to get to a 21. This is the way I would tell you to approach preparation and practice for the math component. All right, so the first 20 questions. All right, we want to put a certain emphasis there. Okay, this is a little bit easier math for the most part. So I want to go about a minute to a minute and 15 seconds per question. All right, so if I'm doing a minute and 15 seconds per question, then that's going to be about 25 minutes total. Now remember, we got 60 minutes, 60 questions. Second 20. Okay? Now I want to go a minute and 15 here. Okay? Again, that's 25 minutes total. Now already I'm at 50 minutes. Oh wow, Coach Harris. No, listen. We're trying to get you to a 21. We're not trying to get you to a 36. We want to see some improvement. Okay? We want to start hitting those benchmark scores. All right? So let's say, for instance, you did this, you practiced on those first 40, and you got 90% of those correct. That's 36 questions correct. All right? We can check our handy-dandy chart over here that tells us what the score will be. 36 math questions correct is going to be a 24. And guess what? I haven't done anything in the last 20. All right? If I put my focus right there, okay, I'm already beyond the 21. So let's say if I get 80% correct. 80% of 40, that's 32. Okay, most everybody in here is a C-level student. Guess what? There's your 32. You're already at a 22. Now what if you guess C on everything that's left over? Well, you're going to get 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 more correct. Now you're at 35, 36, 37, okay? And you're above the 21. We'll get questions in a minute, Dulcie. Okay, I want to do this for the official. That's for people trying to get to a 21. Let's say you want to get to a 25, okay? Now, let me go back up here real quick. Your third 20, do the best you can. Okay? Answer the ones you feel like you can work. Those that you don't know if you can work or not, leave them to the last minute, minute and a half, and then guess. Okay? And again, it's about playing the game the right way on this test. Let's say you're getting to a 25 or 26. Okay? We're going to change this just a little bit. My first 20, you're a pretty good math student. I'm going to go 45 seconds. Okay? That's 15 minutes. All right? Your second 20. I'm going to go, let's say, 1 minute. Okay, so that's 20 minutes. Then my third 20, okay, that's going to leave me 25 minutes over for them. So a minute 15 each right there. Okay, you're a good enough student that you're going to be doing pretty good on those. All right? All right, these should be pretty regular for you. And then give a little bit of extra time right here. Now, how would I practice this? I'd literally do it in 20 problem sections. First 20 with the time. Second 20 with the time. Third 20 with the time. Okay? Now, it averages out to a minute per problem. But are we actually going to physically do a minute per problem? No. You're going to have some problems up here that are going to take you 10 seconds. You're going to have some right here that are going to make you a minute and 15. Some down here that may take you a minute. So you're going to work at understanding and knowing the time component of this so that you can at least have an internal clock and be able to approach it. All right. Let's say you got a 25, 26, and you want to shoot for a 30 plus. Okay, again, how do we approach this? First 20. 30 seconds per problem. Some of you are going to say, oh my gosh, look, you can do that. Okay, I realize I'm a math teacher. I can do all 60 problems in 17 minutes and 20 seconds. That's the quickest I've done. All right, and that's without a calculator. And there's some people in here every bit as smart as me. Second 20. 45 seconds. Look, you're a good math student. You've already got 26, 27, something like that. You want to push the envelope. You get a free test. Let's push it. All right? So 45 seconds is going to be about 15 minutes. Okay? What does that leave over? The third 20, which tends to be the more difficult ones, all right, you're going to have 35 minutes. Minute 45 per problem. Okay? You're wanting to push the envelope here. You want to shoot to get something really, really solid. Okay? How do we practice? Just like this. Okay. You can go ahead and stop.